I'm joined in the studio today by Pete. If you come to any of my classes, you'll have heard me say that Pete does 10 minutes of Pilates every single morning, and this is the series of exercises that he puts together. Starts lying down on his back, long neck, open collarbone, open back, and into the hip release. This opposite leg stays still as his leg goes out to the side, it slides away and it comes back in. And then he's going to take it in the opposite direction but on the same side. And all the time we are setting up this neutral, stable pelvis with deep engaging of your abdominal muscles. Onto the opposite side, release without allowing the opposite hip to join in. So it's just movement of the top of that thigh bone in that hip socket. It's like a massage of that hip socket. Don't forget to breathe. Breathe in as you slide away and out to turn and bring that back in. Really nice. Last one. Perfect. And then he comes up through the imprint and into the hip rolls. He's wheeling his spine away from the mat, keeping this open chest and his knees looking out over his toes. And then he rolls up through the imprint, wheels away, trying not to let any tension creep into his neck and his shoulders. And then he's finding the mat and just slow it down a little bit for this last one. Wheel away, pick up vertebra by vertebra. Go for a sense of length through your spine and length on the way down and control and release back to neutral. Lovely. And then he comes around onto his side. I'm just going to add a block for him here underneath his head. That bottom shoulder is tucked under and his shoulder blades are flush to his rib cage at the back. Heels in line with your sitting bones. Reaching up with your top arm and then into the spine rotation. And this comes from your mid-back. Your knees and your hips stay still. Really nice. Bring that back over and bring your hands together. As you reach up, this arm just sits into that shoulder socket, and then the movement comes from your rib cage, from your mid-back. It's an absolutely lovely move, just rotating through that mid-back, opening out across your chest, and then bringing your hands together. And then you'll be able to see from the back on this side, reaching up, movement from the mid-back, rib cage follows, chest opens. You're trying to create a really nice long line from your knees to your fingertips. Bring that back over. And your head just follows the line of your spine. So it doesn't follow your hand, it just follows that line of your spine. Perfect. As you come back over on the out breath, engage abdominals and bring your hands together. And then Pete comes round onto all fours for a cat stretch. Long spine to begin, neutral pelvis to begin. Wheel your spine up into that bridge position and then roll it back down, and everything is controlled from the center. Lift up, create that sense of length through your lower back, and then release, 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 and get movement through your spine. Always connected to your deeper abdominals. There is a tilt of your pelvis as you come up into that cat stretch, and then a release down as you lengthen. Perfect. This is a lovely move. Pete is just stretching out now over his mid-back. He's keeping his pelvis still and just threading his arm underneath his body. So without too much of a bounce, just reach and stretch. Lovely, and get that spiral feeling through your spine. Keep the length in your spine, Keep your abdominals drawn towards your spine and then feel that stretch across that mid-back. I'm going to take that block away. He's going to come down into the 100. Imprinted, strong abs, just a little bit lower. Brilliant. And then start to breathing in with that staccato breathing, in for 5 and out for 5. Reaching through your toes. As you can see, he's just lowering his legs a little bit. That's making it a little bit more challenging for his abdominals. Keep that wide open chest and keep your spine lengthened towards the mat. Really strong arms. I hope he's counting. I think he does anywhere between 80 and 120. Keep that open chest. He's bringing his legs back up now for the second half. You can have a play around with your legs. And then he's hugging one knee in, bringing the opposite leg in, hugging his knees in towards his chest. And then Pete finishes his workout with 2 sets of 8 press-ups. Just move up the mat a little bit for me, just so that you're taking that whole mat. He's doing his first set, slightly more traditional press-ups, elbows coming out to the side. Keep your waistline upwards. It's almost as though you're lowering down onto a bed of nails. So you're almost resisting the downward movement. Brilliant. To keep that length in your spine, and you're leading from your sternum rather than from your head or from your bottom. Live through your glutes, live through your quads. Can you manage a second set?
I can try.
Into this second set, and these are a little bit more Pilates push-up style with your elbows tracking backwards, a little bit more triceps. Brilliant. And keep that connection of your rib cage to your pelvis. Keep that flushness of your rib cage to your hips. Brilliant. Strong quads, really strong abdominals. Keep those elbows tracking back, and don't forget to breathe. In on the way down, out as you come back up. And that's it. Pete's Pilates. Thanks for joining us.